A top banana official is calling on the government to take action to save the industry. Chairman of the Dominica Banana Producers Limited, Luke Prevost, says low production in recent months were due to drought-like conditions. He says the level of production so far this year is cause for concern.
Following this massive downward effect which the drought has created on their farms and causing their production to drop, and obviously their revenue and their ability to really maintain the farm. It's put them into a situation now where they're going to continue having low production for some time to come because the damage has already been done. And they do not have the income to invest in there because of the low production which existed and the further low production which was caused by the drought. They are expecting that there would have been some kind of support to them. They are aware that government sometime in 2009 committed to have supported a resuscitation program with Windfresh and Dominica Banana Producers and the Fair Trade to resuscitate the industry. That has not happened. As earlier indicated, the drought has worsened the situation, so resuscitation which was required then is now more critical. Government has a project which it has committed to support. For some reason or other, there has not been any action in terms of implementation or except, I would say, a commitment to support it. But certainly what is happening to bananas is happening to other agriculture, and a decline in banana is going to more or less exacerbate the positions for other agricultural crops. And that is where the current status is with bananas.
Chairman of the Dominica Banana Producers Limited, Luke Prevost. Prevost says a failure to resuscitate the industry could have major implications for the country's agricultural sector.
The production has plummeted. It is at an all-time low, and the challenge now is to prevent it from going any further and further downwards, and to take quick, urgent action to bring it back up. The agriculture is still the major driving employment force in the rural community. Bananas is still a pillar stone in agriculture, and if we cannot resuscitate the banana industry, then there's going to be a further drift of people into the urban area looking for employment, which doesn't exist in Rosa, and we are going to feel the effect of it. In fact, the situation now is that there is more demand for bananas in the market out there than we can meet. I'm not talking about a situation where there's a demand and you fall in 60%, a situation where, for example, the market can take more than twice, 3 times our current export.
Chairman of the Dominica Banana Producers Limited, Luke Prevost. Leader of the Dominica Freedom Party, Judith Pestana, says it will decide whether it will participate in a by-election in Marigot and Salisbury carried for some time in July. The seats in these 2 constituencies were made vacant following a decision by its elected members to boycott Parliament.
It does come from a general election, and any decision to contest by-elections or any election in the future would have to be seen within the context of the Freedom Party's present position. We have just undertaken a retreat. We have been reviewing the party structure. We have been looking at the way forward for the party, and we are supposed to be reviewing the recommendations from that retreat, and any decision to contest an election will have to be taken within the context of that review, where the party is, where it's going, what it needs to do, and how it's going to be done, whether it's from a financial standpoint or from a human resource standpoint. I cannot make any blank statement on participation in by-election because it is something that has to be reviewed when we meet at the executive level on where the party is going and what we intend to do. To build up the party, first of all, and to review our resources. Do we have the candidates? Do we have the financial resources to mount another campaign? All that has to be reviewed in the context of the present status of the party.
Leader of the Dominica Freedom Party, Judith Pestana. The first ever visit of Logos Hope to Dominica is now open to the public following an official opening ceremony on board the ship this morning. Logos Hope, a sister to Logos and Logos 2, will be in Dominica Sports until May 23rd. Visitors on Logos Hope are offered a selection of about 7,500 titles, including science, sports, hobbies, the arts, economics, medicine, dictionaries, languages, philosophy, and faith. Meantime, acting Prime Minister Reuben Blackmore welcomed the ship to Dominica. Mr. Blackmore commended the crew for its assistance to the less fortunate in Dominica.
When we witness persons from varying nationalities and cultural background, I think it speaks volume about the kind of social interaction that you experience in the ship. I was particularly pleased to have seen and heard from someone from Dominica, and more so the person is from my constituency, from Massa. I think I'm very honored for that. I want to say that your visit here today again proved how important Dominica is on your route, and of course having chosen Dominica to be your final destination tells us how important Dominica is to you. I think that you not only bring knowledge by way of the various books that you sell on various contemporary disciplines, but I think you also bring some ray of hope to the less fortunate among us. And what I've seen thus far, you go to the various countries and go to the areas where the people are less fortunate and try to improve on the way of life. And I've been told that you had an advanced team investigating some of the areas we may need some help. And I'm honored and very pleased to have learned that, of course, you have chosen someone in the Stockholm area to build a house for somebody who's less fortunate or family who's less fortunate. I think that's tremendous. I think we have to understand that there are people who are less fortunate among us, and everybody has the talent to excel once given the opportunity. And I think that if we can have more ships like you bringing those kind of programs and reaching out to the poor and those who are less fortunate among us, I think we can make the world a better place and promote the whole humanity side of things. So I'm looking forward to read some of the books.
Mr. Blackmore told Logos Hope crew that it could see a total transformation to Dominica's road network on its next visit to the country.
We have to see this thing beyond just selling books, but we have to see it as a way of learning and sharing from our experiences. And certainly, having spoken with you just now, and you told me that you went to Loda and to bathe in a particular spot. I'm not going to say where you bathed. And then you also noticed that tremendous work is being done on the road network, and you had a lot of high praises for us on that. I want to say to you, when you come back next year, you're going to see a total transformation by way of the road network. And I know you went to Loda last night, was it? Or yesterday? But by the time you return to Dominica, God's willing, you're going to see that part of the road, the one from Trafalgar intersection leading to Loda, properly paved. And I think that as we try to encourage people like you to come to our countries, we have to ensure that we provide for you the best infrastructure, not only to the sites, but by way of the road network itself. And so when you go out, you can promote Dominica, not only as a nature island, but as a country emerging and providing for its people and those coming to our shores the various requisite infrastructure to move Dominica forward as a collective.
And that's Acting Prime Minister Rayburn Blackmore. In sports this lunchtime, the Northern Netball League will tonight hold its award and prize-giving ceremony set to honor teams and winners of the last 3 years. We join head of Vidal Lawrence for more in this report.
For the past 3 years, we haven't had any awards given out at the end of the tournament. So what we're doing this year, we're closing up from 2007 to 2009. Now that will be on Saturday at the Cabrit's Cruise Ship Berth beginning at 7 p.m. So we're expecting all team members, coaches, sponsors, everybody to turn out in collaboration with our Subway sponsor, our head sponsor, Subway. So that's why we have a team the league as Subway Northern Netball League. Well, for the past 9 years, I must say that the league has been very successful. The players, they are always exciting when the league comes around, and especially this time around as we're closing, especially for the past 3 years, everybody's excited and everyone is really looking forward towards the closing ceremony. We'll be launching a new committee as well. We'll be presenting the new committee to the coaches, the managers, as well as other members of the other players of different teams. But everybody is rather exciting and they're looking to have a fun-filled evening. At the end of the awards, we'll be having a small social gathering together so teams and persons could mingle together.
All thanks to Heather for that report. Meantime, in football, the DFA 2008-2009 prize-giving ceremony is set to take place this weekend with the round of 8 playoffs set to continue on Sunday with 2 matches on.